Hi, it's Katie Ryan, and I'm so excited to be doing this interview today with Michelle from Hot Fired Arts in Frederick. We have a lot to learn, Michelle. I cannot wait to come to Hot Fired Arts and paint and do all the fun things that you have going on. So why don't you start out introducing yourself, tell us where you're located and what Hot Fired Arts is all about.
Sure. I'm Michelle Brown. I own Hot Fired Arts. We're located on 7th Street in Frederick, right between the 15 overpass and the hospital, right next to Dunkin' Donuts, so it's easy to find us. We do paint your own pottery, fused glass, canvas painting, and wet clay. We offer classes and parties, both for kids and for adults. And we've also opened up an online store during COVID so people could purchase kits online and take them home and paint them, which has been really hopeful for people.
Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful for parents to bring in an art element for their kids, especially while they're stuck at home.
Yeah, and for the parents themselves, because everybody needs a little bit of art therapy in their lives.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about what you do at Hot Fired Arts.
So I do a little bit of everything, but I'm mostly involved in the organization of different classes and events and projects that people can learn how to do. I have an education background. I taught art for 19 years. So that lends itself to being able to teach easily in the classroom setting at the studio, where there's not a lot of pressure to be a formal teacher. Like, I'm not grading anything, I'm not critiquing anything, but I'm still enjoying and encouraging people to go ahead and express themselves in art, which I think is so important.
Oh, definitely. So how did you get into the business part of this, opening up a small business?
Okay, that's hilarious. The school that I was working at reduced my hours and reduced my salary. So I went out looking for a part-time job. I had a friend of mine said, "Hey, Hot Fired Arts is hiring." And I'm like, "Really? What is Hot Fired Arts?" I had never heard of it. And I went in and I interviewed. I got the job. The day I sat down to fill out my new hire paperwork, the current owner was like, "Hey, I'm looking to sell my business. I want to get involved in something else. Would you be interested in purchasing?" I'm like, I am so done with formal education. Yes, I would. So I finished the rest of the school year. And it took us that long because she had never sold a business before and I had never purchased a business before. So it took us that long to figure out all the little ins and outs and get the right paperwork and everything documented correctly. But yeah, so.
Wow, that is a fun story.
Yeah,
Very unexpected, but look what it's turned out to be. How wonderful.
Yeah, so I've owned it for 4 years and 1 month.
Wow, congratulations.
I know, I'm really excited.
So tell me, what is your favorite thing about your job?
My favorite thing is seeing the smiles on people's faces when they come in and they see the selection that they get to choose from, when they see the colors, and then when they come back and they see their piece ready for them to take home. Like just the, "I did that? Wow, I'm really good," or I did better than I thought I was. And I love seeing the relationships that are built while they're sitting around tables working, and just the enjoyment that they have at being able to express themselves in a no pressure, very friendly, very safe place to be at.
And relaxing too. I feel like it's just so relaxing. I was coloring with my daughter the other day and I was like, this is just so wonderful. The weight of the world is gone when you're doing art.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna flip it around on you a little bit. What is the most challenging part of your job?
So the most challenging part is the business side, is making sure that there's enough money in the account to pay all the bills, making sure that you're making good decisions to be able to continue the business, especially during the COVID time. I mean, this was absolutely terrifying. And also it's worrisome people's ideas of what you should be doing versus what you want to do. There's a lot of pressure as a small business owner or as a micro business owner to meet the needs of your customer base while still being able to meet the needs and the organization that you set up to run. So there's that kind of toss up between what do the customers want and what do I want as the owner. So those would be the trickiest things that probably give me the most sleepless nights.
Yeah, very challenging things, So if someone's looking for more information about Hot Fired Arts or looking to get involved in owning a small business, maybe following your path, what would you recommend that they do?
Do research. Talk to people who are actually in the business. Most people, especially in the arts, are very, very open to sharing their experiences and being able to say, "Hey, this is what worked for me, this is not what worked for you." Depending on where you're setting up, you need to do geographical research as to what their customer base is going to be like, how much money your community pulls in, like the gross national product and profit of your industry, and to see if there's already that business established in your area. Because yes, it's nice to have competition, but you don't want so much competition that then it puts so much more stress on business owners
Right.
to be able to make their living in that industry. So that's what I would suggest.
Well, sounds like you have a very successful business, and we are so happy that you are here in Frederick. Hot Fired Arts, you have to go check it out. Thank you, Michelle, for
You're
being with us
welcome.
today.
Thank you very much.